no matter the location. From O-A-K-L-A to LV, I'm a Raider.
Raider Nation, what's going on? You're watching the Raiders Report. Shout out to Kelly Robbins for the question. Make sure you're using hashtag Raiders for Super Chat during this live Q&A. Will we get to play football on time due to the Big C? I'm going to give it 3 chalky heads. I think that it's pretty likely. Now, training camp is scheduled to start around July 28th. I wouldn't be too surprised if preseason games got cut, but I still think in terms of opening day for the NFL season on Thursday, September 9th, and for the Raiders home opener, or for the Raiders opener September 13th against the Panthers, I think both of those are going to happen. Fingers crossed. 3 chalky heads. Let's go to Ivan. Hey, man, appreciate you watching the show. Hey, Mitch, does Amik Robertson remind you of Janoris Jenkins, a jackrabbit? I'm going to say no. The only reason why I say it is because I actually think that they're, in terms of build, much different in terms of build. Do I love what Amik brings to the table? Yes. I just think, like, Janoris, to me, was a little bit more of an outside cornerback, and sure, he could play the inside too, but to me, Amik is going to be a strictly slot at 5'8". He's going to be able to force turnovers, but is the comparison totally there? No. When I really think of Janoris Jenkins, I think of like a Chris Harris, somebody who's a little bit undersized. I'm trying to think of more undersized guys. Chris Harris, maybe what we were trying to get out of Lamarcus Joyner, honestly, and then maybe even like Nicole Roby-Coleman. I think, honestly, there's some comparisons I would give. So if you guys want to shout out on the show, I want you to follow me on Instagram right now. I'm at Mitchell Renz 365. So I appreciate the 1,594 people watching. So to prove to y'all that this is a live show, I'm going on my Instagram right now, and if you give me a follow, I'll give you guys some Instagram clout. And then everyone that I shout out, I want you to go follow them on Instagram as well. King Higgins just threw it in the comments. Go give them a follow. So who are some people that just followed me? I got Javier Dodger Raider 7, Madman Raider, Manny Alafalaro 77. So if you give me a follow right now, I'll shout out your IG. And then it looks like I got one more, Tricky_Nicky20. Appreciate y'all that just followed me on IG. We will do some more shout outs later. So if you missed your chance to go your Instagram clout, hey, guess what? You have a little bit. Got some time. Give me a follow at Mitchell Renz 365. Next question, Tyler. Can you tell Tom Cowboys are the worst? Tom, Cowboys are the worst. You got it. All right, next question coming in here from Snag Tutorial. How do you feel about the Raiders signing a veteran cornerback? Well, we kind of already did, Prince Mcguire. And if you guys haven't seen, or if you're not already subscribed to our main Chat Sports channel, I encourage you to do it. It's at youtube.com/chatsportstv, where Tom and I broke down the top 15 remaining free agents. Some of those remaining free agents are veteran cornerbacks like a Kilpatrick. Darquez Denard's a little bit more of the, in the slot, if you will. Logan Ryan's in there as well. If you want to go check out the video, I encourage that you do, but I think we already got our veteran cornerback in Prince Mcguire, who will play ahead of Damon Arnette, in which I like the move because for only $1 million, it's a pretty solid deal getting a player who was one of the best cornerbacks back in 2018. Let's go to FIFA Freestyler. How are you doing? Really good. How are you? What do you think Cam Newton's role will be on the Patriots at the start of the season? I think he's going to be the starter. I know that there's a report out there right now that they're not going to guarantee him the starting position, but you don't bring in Cam Newton, especially at this random timing, if you don't honestly believe that he's going to beat out Jarrett Stidham. Now, I get that the Patriots have confidence. Excuse me. Awesome. Just water. I promise. That they have confidence in Stidham, but I think it's Cam Newton. I think even a not fully healthy Cam Newton is better than Jarrett Stidham. So get ready to play Newton week 3 in New England. Let's go to Raider Joker. What's up, dude? Who do you think will be the next Charles Woodson on defense? Wow. If I have to pick players from our current roster, I'm probably going to go with a Johnathan Abram because I just think Johnathan Abram, oh, perfect. Rubik beat me to it. I think it's because of the tenacity and because of his ability to be able to play some different positions. Do I think Abram can play cornerback? No, but as you saw Woodson, the older he got, he was starting to move, all over the football field. So for me, I would say it's probably Johnathan Abram because of what he does on the field and off the field. But being the next Woodson, that ain't easy. So speaking of Johnathan Abram, who do you think is going to have the better 2020 season? Both drafted in the first round last year, and we didn't really get to see a lot of Abram, and I'm hoping this year we get a fully healthy guy. So who's going to have the better 2020 season? If you think it's going to be Cleveland Ferrell, I want you to type CF. If you think it's going to be Johnathan Abram, I want you to type JA. And I'm seeing, unless you guys are just laughing in Spanish, I'm seeing a lot of jaws in there. So, I'm seeing a lot of jaws. Keith Wright says CF. I do have confidence in both of these players, but obviously right now about 90% of the votes are coming in for Johnathan Abram. Both of these guys, hopefully they're playing well. Hopefully that they're staying safe. Hopefully y'all are staying safe as well. Go to chatsports.com/RaidersMask1. For only $14.99, you'll be able to get the mask that you see on screen. We also have deals for, mask 3-packs as well. They're $24.99. But if you want to get the one that you see on screen right now, super durable, comfy. It doesn't make you look like Dumbo either. You can go to chatsports.com/RaidersMask1. It'll be in the comments. It'll be in the description. I'm sure the 1,700 people watching right now, all y'all don't have a Raider mask. You better get one now. Let's go to the ultimate Raider fan. Prove it. Oh, God, it's a picture of me. All right, appreciate it. Do you think we will be a top 10 offense in the NFL? I don't think that will be a top 10 offense. I would hope that we're a top 15 offense, right? I think with a lot of young players, I am a little bit worried that we're going to come out of the gate rusty with a lot of players on free agency as well that had in the defense. I do think our defense is going to impact our offense because without a good defense, we're not really going to be able to run the football like we want to with Josh. And I think in terms of yards, we were top 10 last year. But I don't care about yards. I care about converting in the red zone. So hopefully some additions that we've made, like a Jason Witten, hopefully Foster Moreau can stay healthy. I would say top 15 in yards. Maybe we can be top 12 in yards, but let's get top 15, and then we'll go on from there. Let's go to Christopher McGuire. Hey, Mitch, I think Jason Witten will be huge in helping Kolton Miller in pass protection. What do you think? It's an interesting idea, and the Raiders do plan to use a lot of 3 tight end set, and yes, they're going to use a lot of 2 tight end set. Is Witten a better pass blocker at this point in his career? Yeah, than Darren Waller, but at the same time, Waller's a pretty good blocker as well. Do I think he's going to help Miller? Sure. I think he might also help Miller from a coaching standpoint, but Witten is going to be a player coach. I think that's going to be his biggest impact this year, but Kolton had 7 sacks last year. That number needs to get cut down in half again. Michael, what's up, my dude? Mitch, what's your prediction versus Tampa Bay? I got my tickets for that game. Well, Michael, if you need somebody to go with you, hit me up, at Michel Renz 365. My prediction for that game, if you want to see all my predictions for all the games that, this upcoming year, I do actually already have a video out on that. If you want to type in Raiders 2020 game predictions on YouTube, you can see that. I have the Raiders winning that football game, though. I'm not going to tell you the score because I want you to go check it out. But one of the reasons why I think that they will win that game, Week 5 versus the Chiefs might be a tough one. Then you have a Week 6 bye that gives you 2 weeks to be able to prepare for Tom Brady on Sunday Night Football. Yeah, sign me up for that. Let's go to Tyler. What's up, man? How do I get a picture? Tyler, it's a great question. Now, I used to have something to be able to show you exactly how to do it, and I probably should be able to pull that in whenever. But the way that you basically do it is you go to your settings. You have to hit Manage Your Google account, and once you hit Manage Your Google account, you click Photo, and then you click Get a Picture, basically. So that's how you do it. Okay. If you have trouble with it, hit me up. I'll walk you through the process. Let's go to CALI King. Will Joyner step up his defense? Okay, this year, or do you see him out of Vegas at the end of his contract? Honestly, if he doesn't play well this year, I don't think he makes it through his contract. So Lamarcus Joyner is under contract for the next 3 years. Okay, and he's basically going to make about $9-10 million every single one of those years. If he doesn't play well, he's got to go because next season, with all of his bonuses, he'll make about $11.5 million. You can cut Lamarcus Joyner next year, and it's only going to cost you about $2.5. So for me, if he doesn't play well, if he's as bad as what he was last year, you eat the money, 2.5, you move on from him, and then you really let Amik Robertson shine. Let's go to Robert Kilpatrick, and I'm being told 1,700 people. If you want this to extend live again, we need some super chats. So if you haven't already, please super chat. We would definitely appreciate that. Robert, do you think Damon Arnette will be a starter after the bye week? I'm going to say no. And the reason why I'm going to say no is because I have a lot of confidence in Prince Amukamara. Do I think that Damon Arnette could start a few games? Sure. Is he going to get some playing time? Absolutely. But I think after the bye week, I think early on you're going to see a lot more of Prince Amukamara than you will see Arnette. Maybe by like after the bye, it's like a 60-40 split with Prince. But I think we would all agree. I don't really think it matters who much starts. It's who finishes the game. So we'll see from there on out. Let's go to Jacob. Hey, man, do you like where our bye is? Week 6, I think. Yes, it is week 6. So it's after a pretty tough slate of games. So you have Carolina. Then you have the New Orleans Saints, the New England Patriots, the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's a bye. And then it's, Tampa Bay. I like it and I don't like it. The reason why I like it is because it is between arguably two of our toughest games, where you have the Chiefs and then you got the Patriots, or the Buccaneers. The reason why I don't like it is because I would rather have a bye a little bit later on in the year, because that's when injuries kind of happen, and that's also when, you can kind of let your players rest up. So it's good. It's bad. I think if you ask most Raider players, though, they probably would rather a later bye. Last question coming in from the Ultimate Raider fan. So if you want your question on the show, super chat right now. Hey, Mitch, do you think Josh Jacobs will be effective in the passing game? I think he's going to be more effective. So last year, only 167 receiving yards for Josh. And I think if he really wants to take that next step to be a top 5 running back, because I think he's top 10. The reason why I can't put him in my top 5 is because he hasn't really taken that next step. However, we do already have a very good pass-catching running back in Jalen Richard, who throughout the last, I believe, 2 seasons? Yeah, 2 seasons, has seen 124 targets, has brought in 106 of them. So he's our pass-catching running back, a very solid player. Do I think Josh can take the next step? Yeah, I think so. Raider Nation, what's going on? Is this the #1 Raiders channel on YouTube? For Chucky Heads, believe it, baby. And if you haven't already, subscribe right here. I'm giving you Chucky Heads, news, rumors, Raider Nation rumors. And look at this, I'm making your life easier. Check out my next video. Thanks for watching, and go Raiders.